Okay then, so welcome back everybody. I'm going to be carrying on with Irithyll area. I've got all new weapons. We're going to be trying out the Flamberge. We will be seeing how that kind of does. So we've got Yoshka, which we're going to go. Obviously we've interacted with Henry, and I can't remember the dude's name, but we've killed the priest. So that therefore means that Henri should now be on set to be surviving this playthrough. We'll be seeing what happens with that. So let's just take a look at the Flamberge. I haven't infused it. I'm hoping that at some point I can get, well not at some point, but when we do get the ability to infuse it with Chaos, it should end up doing some pretty good damage. Now, I'm a little bit worried about the speed of the swings, because I'm quite used to the quick weapons of the game, so it may well be that I end up kind of switching to something a little bit faster later, but that is what pelotons are for, and so we can change our stats around as we see fit later on. So we've cleared through there for now. There are items over on the left, but we'll go and get those on our way back round, because I think that's just a little bit quicker, and so that's where we're going to go and grab it. Also, it's basically the magic flip ring, which isn't really useful for this character, which is the only main reason to be going that way. So we're going to be going down here. We should get invaded by... Hopefully we get invaded by Kraken. He should invade as we go around to this right hand side. I forgot to be embedded up before we came round. Fading soul. This dude right here. Oh wow, that damage is terrible. Luckily though, we have an alternative. Ouch. Quite painful. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was really handing it. Nope, still no damage. Wow, getting destroyed by Kraken here. I'm really not enjoying this Flamberge, I have to say. There we go. Pyromancer wins the day though. Undead Bone. I've got Undead Bone shard in the back. I used quite a bit more Estus than I'd have liked there, but we should still be okay. We'll be fine. I really don't know whether this is good enough damage or not. For how slow the strikes are right now, especially as I can't block. What is this blocking step like? Oh, we get 50% block out of it, which isn't too bad. So we can kind of still block with it. I suppose 2 hits isn't too bad. Then we're facing off stuff against stuff like this. It's like fast. Ouch. Cool, so that's the dogs down. Now that we've defeated Kraken, his armor set should appear on the bridge that was on the way into Irithyll, so we'll collect that after we've done this area. I really am taking a lot more damage than I would like to. Yeah, someone's splitting up there. Well done. Okay, it's into the dark room. Protect all the shadows. Got a ladder over on the far side of the room. Let's get there. There we go. So I guess for now we're just going to have to try and rely on our Pyromancers to get us through. Although we are going to need them for later on in the area. Let's try and work our way through the flat bridge. And we have to find a weapon that I do like to use, just because this is not ideal for me. I don't really like the flamberge already. So you can drop down here for a shortcut. Where'd you go? What? How'd you get up there? Okay, that's glitched out. Turn around we go on the rafters. Obviously be careful about the kind of little floaty bits. You'll see them across the rafters over there, and they're kind of waiting to pull you down to the bottom floor, which is not where we want to be right now. Roll off here. Just a spear. And then outside we go. So it does seem to be pretty good damage, but it's just, I don't know, the lack of speed is bothering me. Maybe I'll get used to it. Right, so obviously you should be able to hear the jingling. Cool, over this way. We've got ambushes, so be careful. Oh man, I'll come back to this point, guys. Okay, so we're back. I've switched back to the battle axe just because its swings are a little bit quicker. It really wasn't getting on with the flamberge. So we're going to try something else. I think I've got an idea on what I might use though. But we'll see for the next episode. For now I'm just going to stick with the battle axe because I know it. And it's kind of working now. Got an old blood gem just there. Right, so jumping down here actually saves us a little bit of time, just to make sure we're not being chased before we do it. But that guy right there, he is going to try and attack us when we get the iron from him, so we'll... Oh what? Come on. Come on. They just want us to get him. Tough. What have we got here? It's Ember up while we're here. Got ourselves a ring of sacrifice, that's nice. So the enemies down here aren't really too bad. Or at least they haven't been on all of my other kind of run throughs. We'll see how it goes. Now obviously I've had kind of a refresh in my heals, but I will show where there is a bonfire around here so that you can obviously, you know, get all of your stuff sorted. Stop that. Right, so what should I pass that? Sorry. I have been asked to make my videos over 30 minutes instead of under 30 minutes, so we're going to try that out. You guys will have to let me know kind of what length of episodes you prefer. So that's what I'm going to try and aim for with this video. Yeah! Cool, so that saves some hassle over here. Great heal. Now I need to make sure I've got some of those left, as there are a few fairly nasty enemies coming up. Which we're going to be sorting out. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter too much because we're going to be resting at bonfire in a second. Now, for those interested, the weapon I'm planning on trying out is the Great Scythe. The reason is, we've already got the stat requirements for it, so instead of having to pay one more strength for Glamberge, we can have the Great Scythe, which saves us a level. It attacks much faster with great range, and it also still causes bleed. So, I'm quite looking forward to trying that out. There's also the Red Hilt Halberd, but it seems like its two-handed moveset is a little bit better. For now, I'm going to stick with the deep axe, because it's gotten us this far. There aren't any more kind of the Pontiff Knights that I've kind of got a rush damage on, so it's not too bad for us for a while at least. Grab the Green Blossom, and then down we go. So we'll take this bonfire and have a rest on it. Obviously at this point you've got a couple of directions in which you can travel, so you know, feel free to go whichever way you like. But just in the interest of trying to keep all of the areas kind of complete and together, we'll be heading through and dealing with the Pontiff first, and then we'll come back down here before we go ahead and go into Anor Londo. Although it shouldn't be too much of an issue for us really. We can do it either way around. So quite a few of these enemies in here. Now they do give quite a few souls, so they're worth killing. Well, oh, no you don't. Chaos Fire Orb is really strong. Cool, grab some poo. As I was saying, I do need to save some of this. Somehow. Right, let's get you down. Oh, we can't take him off fairly easily, that's fine then. 900 souls throw, that's cool. Got another one coming in. Need to save it. Ooh. Need to save FP for now. Now then, we'll throw one in here, because there's quite a few of them together. Oh, I saved it. Two. Alright. I don't actually know what these guys' point is here, because they don't really guard anything. So I don't know if they kind of chase you if you leave them alone, but they don't seem to do much. I think this is some ashes, yeah. So that's for our lady before. And here is Siegvard. Obviously our wayward companion. Give him a talking to. Oh.
Oh, excuse me, I must have dozed off. It's rather warm in here. Well, hasn't it been all too long? It's good to see you. Oh, I seem to have missed my chance, so I, Siegward of Katarina, offer my deepest gratitude. And a little surprise to go with it. It's all yours.
Yay! So we met force.
I know. Won't you join me for dinner? I make a fine Esther soup. I've got some stewing right now. Even we undead deserve a little normalcy from time to time. And finally, upon this rendezvous, let us make a toast. To your valor, my sword, and our sworn duties. Long may the sun shine.
Cool. So that's a free heal if you were struggling for health.
Have you heard? Somewhere, hidden right here in Irithyll, is a deep dungeon. And even below that, the profaned capital, home of Yhorm, the reclusive giant lord. That reminds me, I've a grave promise to keep. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid I've cast a cloud over things. Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
Cool. So that's a little bit of more of the stuff that Seagor's going to give us. The next time we see him, he's going to give us some really nice stuff. So, through this way. Be very careful. We've got an otter up there with a big giant bow that will just absolutely annihilate you. So do feel free to come over to the side when going through here. Want to go through the very last pillar. We've got a black knight on the left. We want to try and get through here. Ouch! Without getting hit by his sword. Him down. Now these guys don't respawn, so if after you've killed one, obviously it's going to make this area easier as you go through it. We should be able to do it in one go nice and easy. This guy needs that. Cool. Also running quite low on Ashen Estus. Obviously, if you wish to, feel free to go back and recover. A few items around here. Yeah, ring, pretty nice if you're using a pointy weapon. By that I mean something like a rapier. And a few goodies. Down we go. Cool, so we've nearly come full circle a second time. And we'll be able to open ourselves a little shortcut fairly soon. Just check that we've not missed anything. Nope. Now there's quite a few dogs around here, so do be careful. That's the only issue in this area. Fair shade, I've not been invaded by you before. Well, not here anyway. This could go quite badly. Damn it. Parashade's not enough to work for here, because the dogs are going to have me. Dogs. Whoa. No. Those claws. Wow. Cool, there we go. So clearly our biggest issue at the moment is is the amount of focus points we've got. So our next levels are definitely going to be going into attunement. Hopefully we'll have enough for maybe 3 to 4 levels to get up to 20. That would be lovely. We're going to have more dogs in there. I really hate these dogs. God damn it! There we go. Yeah, I really do hate the dog enemies in this game sometimes. So, on we go. I think there's probably one more left. So, we're going to have a dog just on the other side of here that wants to try and hide and trick you. Go, that's the dog down. Just a couple of casters and then we have our shortcut. Cool, this unlocks our shortcut back to the bonfire, which we'll do now. As you can see, this is the area in front of the big cathedral. So down we go, without resting so that we don't have to kind of deal with everything else that was down here already. And up the steps. That looks like a troll to me. So, up the steps. Now, I don't know if anything's going to come. There is a drop down just here. I never really feel like it does us any favours. I always think coming through here is the better way, because then that way we don't get swarmed so much. Just aggro a couple of them, coming out to the steps, especially as a Pyromancer. Once they start gathering together, you can kind of just put them down as they come through. Cast Fireball, bringing the heat. Okay. Cool, through we go. Bit of frostbite. It's not going to be great for us, but I will. Where was it? Okay, we are going to go down the drop down. I can't remember where the way down to it is. There we go. I'm not it. Alright, okay, I just didn't see the level just there. Yep, cool. Alright then, so up this way, we've got a couple of Pontiff Knights. They're pretty mean. But what we're going to try attempt to do is get past them fairly quickly, and then open up a shortcut, and then we'll have cleared the majority of the enemy. Now, I don't know if he can drop his side, because his side looks quite nice as well, which I may actually attempt. Oh, he did, lovely. That needs a bit more. Start it. We're getting attacked. Yes. Here we go. All of you will fall. Now as you can see, tons of coke going off here. So if you do need help, plenty of players, as well as NPCs. Obviously, I'm going to switch to offline mode so you can see which NPCs will be here. I can't tell whether or not that's an NPC or not, but we'll find out in a minute anyway. I'll switch it to offline mode. So, no third summon here. Obviously, if you side with Yuri, you'll have the Pale Shade here available for this boss fight, as well as obviously we've got Blackhand, Gotthard, and Henri. It's plenty of help. I didn't struggle with it on my first time, but we'll see how it goes. A couple of enemies down here. Oh. For this gate, this gets us the shortcut to the boss. It should trigger a patrol to start walking down the steps. I'm going to grab this. They left already. Looks like they have. So, we're going to go two-hand and plunging attack on this guy. Turn down. Plan to climb this way. Cool. Bunch of gauntlets, I needed those, that's cool. Lightning gem, fake wall. For the magic to drink. There's an item down there, I don't know where that came from. Fire charm, I'll take that. And then up this way. Don't think the item's on this side. No. But what we will be doing is dropping off just here. For the ring. I'm going to clear out here before they come back in. Stolen all of their loot, it's fine. Obviously, if you want the souls for killing them, go ahead, but it is quite a difficult group to deal with, particularly in that room, because there'll be 2 fire watchers and 4 knights. So that is a pretty tough fight, I have to say. Let's check there's nothing down here that we've missed. Looks like there should be, there's not. Okay, so with that we have cleared. So much cough going off, it's awesome. We've cleared the first part of, obviously, Earth Valley. Got the second half, which is like An Orlando, which is after the Pontiff Knight, Sullivan the Pontiff dude, and then we've got the other dungeon down below us. So we're gonna go and level up. We need to get the attunement up, I think. Hopefully we can get like 4 or 5, well maybe not 4 or 5, we might get 4 points if we're lucky. So we're going to sell all of these souls the quickest way, which is going over to the handmaiden. We've got to give her some stuff anyway.
Ah, gracious, passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content thee. Ashen one.
Wrong button.
Ah,
There it
gracious,
goes.
passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment.
Cool. So, quick way to get all of the souls out of these items is to just sell them to her. Well, we're not got that many, so that's fine. Ooh.
Ashen one.
So 86,000. If we're lucky, we'll get 4 levels out of this.
Welcome us. Very then hey. Let these souls
Okay.
farewell,
So,
Ashen One.
sell an ember. All that. Oh, that's 2.
Ashen one.
Welcome. Very well then hey.
Yep, so now we've got 4 levels to use, so we're going to have 3 achievement, gets us an extra, gets an extra achievement slot, and 20 focus points, which is quite good. Next thing we're going to try and level up is some more endurance, I think, as we're running out of stamina pretty quickly a lot. Strength and dexterity, I think we're going to leave because we're going to go for, I think I'm going to go for the Great Scythe. The Flamberge was going way too slowly for me. Cool, so that's all done.
Farewell, Ashni.
I may actually look at upgrading the scythe now. Need a few souls, what can we sell? What can we sell? Sell one of those. Sell a fireball spell. Sell a mail breaker. Longsword. Two of those, doing 2 of those. Doing 2 of those. 2 of those. Cool, so I'm just selling repeats basically. Because there's no point having too many things. So we can. I've only got Ring of Sacrifice just going spare. They're worth a few souls as well.
Ashen one.
Let's see if we can get this Great Scythe too. And we'll give that a go.
Wasn't he?
Where is it? Great Scythe. Oh, I'm missing one last time, that child, okay. Maybe we should infuse it with something to up its damage a bit. So raw puts it on 200 damage. And we can buff it, we've now got an extra attunement slot. So I think for now, at least we are going to go for raw. How many souls do we need? Another 1,000.
Pretty be careful.
Yeah, we're going to try the raw Great Scythe. Obviously, I don't advise everybody to go selling embers, but I don't really use that many of them, so.
What?
I'm gonna go for a Royal Great South. Just for 200 damage. And even though its number will be lower than the total number of the Deep Battle Axe, because it only has to go for 1 resistance, it will probably end up causing more damage per hit. And we can buff it with our Pyromancer Gleam. But we will need to switch hands. Okay, so let's switch you out to Silver Kite Shield. And we're going to go in this hand. And then we need to tune in. Oh, so that takes up 2, does it? Okay. So quite a few spells for us to try and fit in. There are a lot of fairly strong spells for Pyromancers. Chaos Bed Vestiges is pretty cool, although it does take a lot of focus points. We've got Fire Surge, which is like a flamethrower. We've got Great Combustion, which is a really fast fire attack. Sacred Flame, which is like our equivalent to a Riposte, but even stronger. We've got Black Serpent, which is like a fire whip type thing. That's going to buff our weapon with fire. So yeah, we've got quite a few cool options. Obviously the other quite cool thing you can do with a bleed weapon is buff it with even more bleed, particularly when it's raw, which we may actually do against the Pontiff. Where is it? Not that. Carthus Rouge. We can try some of that against the boss. Which then means we can put something else in place. Like, well, I suppose I don't really need the rest of this. So we'll put Carthus Flame Mark in. We'll try it with fire and with the bleed on it. Like I say, it's pretty quick, it's got good range on it. Probably going to have to try and keep things not too close to us. Its weapon art is interesting. Basically it attempts to get a headshot and does even more damage, which is quite nice. Cool, so with that, we're going to have a quick break, check how long we are running for, and put it into offline mode because I don't want to get interference from other players, and I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, so we're now ready to go and face off with Pontiff Sullivan. I'm going to reach my spells a bit because I'm not very good at using Pyromancer in the left hand, I don't know why. Let's have it in the right hand. Take off the Carthus Flame Mark for something else maybe. Just not really anything else that we care about right now. We could try the Black Serpent thing, but we'll try that in a bit. So, onwards we go. So we're going to come on out of Yorshka's Church of Yorshka I think it actually is, over to the left. There's not really very many enemies in between us and the boss fight. Up through the gate. Yeah, I'm preferring that a fair amount more than I was the other things that we were using. So I'm going to try and save my focus points for the boss fight. Yeah, that's working better. Let's bring Henry in. Blackhand Gotthard. Obviously, out of the two, I want to try and get Henri to survive this. I don't know why I call it Henri, I suppose. This makes more sense. So, apparently a lot of people have trouble with this guy, but my last encounter wasn't too bad, so we'll see how this goes. missing, that's unfortunate. That's Fireball just killing his shadow. Okay, so Pontiff Sullivan. No issues. Cool, so that's this area done. Got a couple more souls to get before we can level up, so we're going to kill a couple of these guys. So obviously this is going to be the end of the episode essentially. I'm just going to go and kill a couple of Pontiff Knights just so I can level up at the end of the video. Feel free to carry on watching if you wish to. Next episode we'll be handling the area after Pontiff Sullivan. Go ahead and get things like the Ring of Favour and finishing off with Anolondo. So is that 23.6 and 23.4? Okay. One more kill will be enough. This is probably a bit of a idea. Oops. There we go. We got ourselves an extra level. Back to the fighting shrine.
Welcome. Very well. That.
So with our one level, I think we're going to take. Oh wow, okay. It's looking some stuff. I think for now we'll take achievement. So we can try and get 30, 30 and 27. Because that's kind of where it all seems to go nicely for me. 30, 30, so 27. Hopefully we won't have to touch these now. And then those are going to kind of just rise up after that.
Farewell, Ashen.
So that is us done. Pontiff Sullivan is down. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.